Welcome friends to the video. I hope you are doing amazing today. And in this video, I'm going to talk about SafuuGo, Ooxy, and the Vulcan blockchain because there are a lot of opportunities coming up. And if you want to know about these opportunities and how to make the most of them, including knowing what is triangular arbitrage, then this video is definitely for you. To give you a summary, there is talk of a token which can potentially 5,000x and claims to make a lot of people a lot of cash in the Safuu and the Vulcan worlds. I'll begin with Vulcan, which is going to be a world first rebasing and auto compounding layer 1 blockchain, and you can already see that projects are starting to get listed which are going to launch on this chain. And this is obviously really bullish news because projects launching on a chain means activity on the chain. And a chain with no projects is pretty much like a car with no wheels, completely and utterly pointless. There is no official launch date of Vulcan yet, but a tentative date for the beta version of the launch is around Q2 of 2023, which is around the end of May, the beginning of June. If you're not sure why Vulcan is going to be such a big deal, it's because it is the first blockchain of this type. And also there are regulations potentially coming out which is going to stop staking. So this is basically an alternative to that. It's auto rebasing and auto compounding. So you're getting sort of like the same rewards as you would by staking, except you're not staking. So it's not going to be affected by these new regulations when they do eventually come out. And part of the Vulcan blockchain is going to be Ooxy, which is going to be the official AMM or automated money maker for the Vulcan chain. So you can sort of think of it as similar to what PancakeSwap does for the Binance Smart Chain. If you want to buy the Ooxy token, you can do it when it launches, which is when Vulcan launches, or you can be part of the sacrifice event where you just sort of like pre-buy it. The sacrifice event is still going for the next couple of weeks, but all the bonuses that you get for sacrificing early are no longer there. What's really cool is that the launch price for Ooxy is going to be $5. But what's probably going to happen is that if you do sacrifice now, you probably are getting it at a discount because the chances are when it does launch, the price is going to skyrocket before it comes back down to correct itself. But if you're not interested in selling it, then it doesn't really matter because the benefits of holding Ooxy is that you get a percentage of all the swap fees, which are eventually going to happen when the Vulcan chain does launch. And lastly, version 2 of Safuu called SafuuGo is going to launch with the launch price of $1, and the original vintage Safuu is going to continue as well. There is a lot of information on this, but to give you a quick summary too, Safuu and SafuuGo are going to be basically paired at 1-to-1, which means that the price of Safuu has to get up to $1 before the launch to match the dollar opening price of SafuuGo. SafuuGo is going to also be paired with BNB, and with the launch, there's no whitelist, there's no pre-sales, there's no private sales. It's literally first come, first serve. And a tentative date, which is sort of locked in at the moment as of this video, is the 15th of May. What's sort of interesting with this token too is that Brian says it has the potential to 5,000x, which would pretty much be, pretty out there. That's a pretty big claim. But technically it is possible because of the small token allocation and the small market cap that it does have, means that there is massive potential for it to grow. First of all, new token launches pretty much just skyrocket, then come back down anyway. Also, because there is a lot of hype around this project, and because Brian is such a good marketer, a lot of people are going to want to get in it initially. And to give you an example, when Safuu first launched, it did skyrocket 1,800%. It went from $17 to $328 over the space of a week, before it came back down and corrected itself. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but it certainly is possible, and it does have all the ingredients for it to happen. So it could 5,000x, but I would take that just with a grain of salt because obviously nobody can predict the future. And if it does skyrocket that much, then obviously people are going to sell, which of course is going to create sell pressure, which is going to drive the price back down. And SafuuGo does have some pretty cool things which no other token does have, which is an AI integration which has lots of things which all have really sort of complicated acronyms to them. And one of them is Drive. And basically what Drive does is it automatically scrubs out or vanishes the SafuuGo token, which is essentially burning it. There's no sort of detail about exactly how it does this yet because there is no white paper or light paper on SafuuGo, but it is going to do this for every single transaction 24 hours a day, which will mean that the token theoretically is going to be deflationary, but keep in mind too that this is going to be an auto rebasing token. So how much deflation is going to be, or will they just cancel each other out, is pretty much yet to be seen. And what's cool as well, and I actually really think this is a cool idea, is that the AI is also going to have another thing called race, which is basically like jackpots. And anybody who's trading in the ecosystem has a chance to go in to win the jackpot, no matter how much volume you're trading personally. And basically what it does is that it slowly fills up the jackpots, and then when they're full, it'll randomly give it to somebody. So the more trading volume that SafuuGo has, then obviously the quicker the jackpots are going to fill and people are going to be winning prizes more regularly. So arbitrage as well. If you're not sure what arbitrage is, it basically means you can make a profit by buying and selling token across different places that sell the token. So for example, you might have two different places which does sell the same token, but one of the places, for whatever reason, maybe there's more volume, there's more sell pressure on it that day, there's more buy pressure on it that day, means that the price of the token is going to be maybe slightly higher or slightly lower. So what you can do is you can actually buy it at that slightly lower price and then sell it on the other exchange for the slightly higher price and therefore make profit from it. Here's a cool example of the triangular arbitrage in action. And on the left, you can see arbitrage starting with Safuu. So you can buy 100 SafuuGo with 114 Safuu, and then you can sell that SafuuGo and get 0.6 BNB. And then with that 0.6 BNB, you can buy 188 Safuu. So you started with 114 Safuu, and because of the price differences, you end up with 188 Safuu. Now it's worth noting here that you've got to take into account too all the buys and the sell tax, also the gas fees as well, and you've got to be pretty on top of what the prices are on the different dexes and on the different exchanges for this to actually be worth it and for you to not accidentally lose money. So the future does look pretty cool for the SafuuGo and Vulcan ecosystems, and I'm actually really looking forward to when the light paper and the white papers do come out, so I can really get into the nitty gritty and understand what makes these projects special and actually how they're gonna work. So keep an eye out for those videos as well, because when they do come out, obviously I'm gonna do a video on that. And I'm just curious, what do you think about all the changes and the arbitrage and what the ecosystems are like for Safuu and Vulcan? I'd really love to know, so please leave a comment because I do always love hearing from you. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.